Welcome to my pick a card channel, the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy and I'm here with a pick a card reading for you today. I do pick a card readings on this channel and I do try to release at least a couple of times a week, so keep checking back for new content. And I also love to hear your ideas for new content as well. So if there is a topic that you would like to see covered here on the Tarot Cottage, be sure to drop your comment below. And also, as an aside for my subscribers, if you drop the comment below and you are interested in receiving a tarot reading, a free tarot reading from me, all you have to do is hit your notification bell, your like button, and it helps me to bring you guys more content, but it also allows me to enter you in for the free tarot reading that I do offer my subscribers. So if you're new to the channel here, I do offer a free reading for my subscribers as a thank you, and you just have to drop your comment below any of my readings this month for your chance to win. So if you have stumbled here for the very first time, be sure to drop your comment below as well, because I would love to read for you, of course. Now, today's pick a card topic, we're looking at a current connection on your mind. Maybe you're just in the flirtation phase with this person, because today we're asking the question, how are they truly feeling at this moment? Their current feelings, is it lust or is it love? Are they still just kind of lusting over you, or has this connection taken a turn where we're starting to kind of creep into emotional connection? So we do have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1 here with the little pink flower and the Chariot. Pile number 2 with the yellow flower and the Devil. Pile number 3 with the burgundy flower and the Sun. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting. And you don't have to think too hard about it. Just whatever card is calling your name, use your intuition to guide you. You can pause this video, take a few deep breaths. You can even be drawn to multiple piles, of course, and my timestamps will be listed below. Again, today's topic is all about someone on your mind. How are they truly currently feeling about you? Is it lust or is it leaning more towards love? Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Hi, pile 1, you were drawn to the pink flower and the Chariot energy, and this is your reading. How does the person on your mind currently feel about you? Is it lust? Is it love? How do they currently feel at this moment? Now, the Chariot is ruled by Cancer energy, so that this could be your sign or their sign. I do get a sense of a lot of playfulness with this person, and I get it like almost a strong sense of somebody who loves sports. Now that may resonate with just a few of you or someone specifically, but if it does, you'll understand this message. I just feel like this person is a big sports fan, or maybe they have one specific team that they love. They just feel very playful, and it's like it's almost like an emotional escapism for them, I think, too. Could be with this playfulness a smidgen of some emotional immaturity that you might pick up on from this person. But again, it's very youthful. It's very playful energy. I also feel like there's a sense of you getting a hot cold energy. It's like sometimes you feel like it's more loving, sometimes you feel like it's just lust. It's like being pulled in a few different directions at this time too. But there's also a lot of momentum with this card and the sense of like arrival as well. So this could mean that this is going places. So we shall see. Pile number 1, we're going to use the Tattoo Tarot for you today to begin your reading. Pile number 1, is it lust or is it love? How does the person on your mind currently feel? What are their current truest feelings for you at this time? For pile number 1, is it lust or is it love? We have the Emperor coming out first. We have the Chariot. A lot of, again, Cancer energy, a lot of Aries energy coming through as well. We have the Sun. Three major themes already. We have the King of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. Oh my goodness, we have the Page of Swords here, and we have the 8 of Cups with the 4 of Swords. Ooh, the 6 of Wands. You know what I feel like? This is a very fiery connection, pile 1. There is a sense of the two of you being very physically attracted to each other, which is a beautiful launching pad to start with in this connection. I feel like this is a goal-oriented person. Even if they feel like they are emotionally driven from different directions, I still feel like they're very goal-oriented. And I feel like you guys are still really learning about each other in this moment too. They like the way that you move. They like to watch you. So I can't say that they aren't physically attracted to you, because they very much are. But it almost feels like the two of you are right on the same page right now. Can we clarify the Emperor, please? Two of Pentacles. And you know, when the Two of Pentacles shows up alongside or near the Chariot as a theme, it's definitely a mini Chariot energy for me of like, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there eventually. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I have this plan, I have a destination, and I'm going to get there. I almost feel like this person is sort of afraid to hope for more right this moment. Maybe they've been burned before. Maybe that's what kind of pulls them emotionally from the past into the future. But it's like they're almost afraid of the amount of intensity toward the attraction that they have towards you, because there's so much attraction, but they're starting to peak beyond that physical attraction. You make them really feel optimistic. Eight of Wands with the Four of Pentacles. And they're in the in-between, Spirit just said. Eight of Wands, so much lusty energy, to be honest, but it's a pressure system. It's making things rise. Heat rises. And so when heat rises, we're able to see things more clearly because we're closer to the sun, so to speak. And so there's something really powerful about how this person feels and what they're observing about this connection. You make them feel really good about themselves. Like you give them a lot of confidence. You boost their ego just with the back and forth flirtation, or again, maybe there's a fiery connection in place right this moment, but you've left a lasting impression on this person. I almost get a sense of like them thinking about taking you home to mom. Like they've thought about that. They've wondered what maybe their parents or their mom specifically would think about you. Queen of Swords. And I think they have a little bit of emotional insecurity because they think that you're like way smarter than they are. They're trying to like, the more they get to know you, the more they realize that you have so much more to offer than just maybe a pretty face or a nice body. Like they are sort of impressed by you, but maybe a little bit intimidated at the same time. There's also a sense of you being someone who is willing to take the lead in a lot of things. Like there's a confidence in you. And even if you just sort of fake it to make it, they've picked up on this. It's like you've impressed them. And I just heard the song, like one of the lyrics to I Turn to You. So they're really looking to you. They're looking to you for almost leadership in this connection in a way. It's like, I'm going to look at you and see how you're feeling about things. And that's going to dictate how much I'm willing to express or what I'm willing to feel in this connection. We have the Star because, oh my goodness, it almost feels like they think you're out of their league a little bit. Like you are just kind of up on this pedestal in this moment. And I feel like they're really trying to embrace this moment with you. The in-between where the two of you are really getting to know each other. You're gathering all of this information. But I can say, Pile 1, that this person does consider that there could be more coming in this connection. That there could be more than meets the eye here in this connection here. Back of deck, Three of Cups. Queen of Cups. And there is something, they are definitely comparing energies to you in this moment, and they're having so much fun with you. There's a real sense of playfulness and celebration, going out, intoxication, just having fun together. You could be the air and or the water energy here. You could be the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have a lot of Aquarius. We have Gemini as well. Leo, Cancer, of course. Aries energy, very strong for the Divine Masculine. I feel like for the Divine Feminine, you have a lot of love already in your heart, and you just have a lot of love to give. I feel like you're just a love bug a little bit. You've got a lot of love to give, and it wouldn't feel unnatural to give your love to this person. I feel like the two of you are very similar in so many different ways. I think this person is starting to fall for you, Pile 1. I can't say that they're in love yet, but they are starting to fall for you, and they're thinking that you could perhaps be something special moving into the future. A lot of internet energy coming through here for pile number 1 today. We have February. We have Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life, a sense of arrival. And Cupid's arrow kind of popping up suddenly out of the blue. So maybe they weren't looking for a love match at this moment. Maybe they're just anticipating something loosey-goosey, but there is more than meets the eye available to them here. You may be feeling a little bit emotionally insecure moving into the future if they don't say it. You know, if they don't say those 3 little words. We have here hard work ahead. A fair man. Dealings or relationship with a man with white on the floor. Put a pin in it. New job or career, and bag of deck. Opportunity or windfall coming out, because the put a pin in it card speaks about something they want to protect with a soft cushion, but I always think about saving something for later. I'm putting a pin in it for later. Whoops. And there's an emphasis here on enjoying this moment fully with this person, pile one, because there's a lot of physical attraction. There's a lot of sexual chemistry. That is a propellant towards more. This is just the in-between. I feel like there's more to come in this connection. You may be feeling that or wondering whether or not this person could be the one for you. Now, it could be early though. Spirit wants you to take your time. They want you to enjoy this moment fully. We have here, take time to breathe out. Take time to enjoy the Three of Cups energy. Take time in learning about each other. The energy is gaining momentum. I love that for you, pile one. And that's exactly what it feels like in your reading here. You are very close to achieving your goal. So it's not 100% love yet. They aren't completely in love, but they're falling. They're moving in that direction. They can't help but think how much you have to offer. You could even be you could have a different culture than this person or a different religion. And even though they're kind of putting you up on that pedestal, I feel like you do have a sensitive soul. You do have a sensitive heart here. The truth is coming after ... There is more to come here. I feel like there's going to be perhaps some longevity in this connection as well for you, pot one. There's more to come here. You make me feel at home. Queen of Pentacles. And there's an emphasis here on kind of the worst being over for you, pile one, when it comes to finding your person, finding fulfillment in love. You've maybe, been searching. You've been out in the world. You've been in the dating game. But this could be, there's a lot of energy gaining momentum here. There's a lot of major themes that are at play for you. We have you give me mixed signals. Again, emotionally being drawn in different directions, sometimes playful, maybe sometimes a little bit more serious. Will I get what I want? And I'm already back of deck, King of Wands, saying I'm sitting here adamantly waiting to see if maybe it's like they're turning to you. They are looking to you for that guidance, or even for an acknowledgement, a recognition of like, yes, this is what I'm feeling too. It says, I can't feel your love anymore. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, an emphasis on the Queen of Swords here. And there is a tiny bit of a switch that I'm feeling, like maybe when they draw backwards, or in the past in your emotional connections, if people retreat from you, you would retreat in kind, because when in Rome, do as. There's an energy here of like sometimes feeling a hot and cold, them giving you mixed signals, and then so you in turn giving them mixed signals as well. But it says, I've never felt like this before. So it's like creeping up on them. 8 of Wands, there's a pressure building for more in this connection. So this feels very, very exciting and very hopeful for the future for you, pile one. Lust or love for pile number one, please. Self-indulgence, focus on self-worth, shadow work, appreciation. In this moment with the 8 of Wands, the physical connection between the two of you could be very, very powerful. It can feel like we're kind of going through a bit of a selfish phase. It gives me a lot of Knight of Wands energy. But the energy, again, it's gaining momentum. The Knight of Wands wants us to be in motion, wants us to be acting. We have date, planning, setting a date, being strategic. I feel like with this person's being kind of very strategic as well. And we have soulmate contract, love call. Someone expresses love, thinking of you and letting you know. So when they say those words, it could happen again online, or it could happen when you're, phoning each other. I feel like the first time that those words are said, you may not be in person. Maybe that could be like the only way they can get them out with their courage. But this person is falling for you, pile one. They're not there yet. Still very physically attracted to you. And the way to get there is by just doing what you're doing. Just keep having fun with this person. In the bowl today for pile number one, please. 5 of Swords, coming reversed. Queen of Wands, Page of Cups. It's coming, pile one. It's coming. 5 of Swords is in the reverse now, which I love to see, because it's talking about somebody getting caught for their feelings. Someone getting caught for their feelings. Maybe you don't feel ready or confident in this moment to express yourself, but I feel like you're already in love, or you already feel like you've fallen in love. And it's like you're going to get caught for it, or they're going to get caught for how they feel about you. And this is going to create a lot of resolution to any emotional conflict that you're feeling right now. It's going to pop up suddenly for you, maybe within the next couple of months, actually. More emotion coming within the next couple of months. We have like, we have a little, this is so cute, we have a little squirrel out on a limb, and squirrels are such nervous creatures, but the work you're putting in now could wield an entire forest later. So Spirit's really excited. Cupid's arrow. We also have Hello Kitty. That could be significant for someone. We have the saxophone. I think about those 90s music videos where they're on the beach and they're longing. The letter K and A. We do have here a nursing cap, so that could be significant for a career. We all, especially for the Queen of Cups, who can be a very, very healing energy. And we have the Tree of Life. Again, the squirrel plants the seed. The tree grows from that seed. Pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below. I would love to hear your story. If you do drop your comment below and would like to be entered for your chance to win a free tarot reading, be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you via the comment section and give you clear indications on how to reach out to me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the yellow flower. You were also drawn to the devil, and this is your reading. Is it lust or is it love? How does the person on your mind currently feel about you in this connection? Now, we can't deny that this devil, I giggle when I see it because it's very lusty. There's something about sort of a moth to a flame mentality that does come through with this devil energy. So there could be a lot of lusty energies floating around this connection in the present moment. This could also represent insecurity. So somebody who could be afraid of the feelings that they're having. So let's start for pile number 2, please. How does a person on their mind currently feel? Is it lust or is it love? We have the 5 of Swords. We have the King of Wands. A lot of fire energy here from the King of Wands. Very protective energy coming through. It's like they're protecting themselves. And I feel like they've been burned before. A lot of conflict coming in with the 5 of Swords. Especially from their youth or when they were very young. Maybe suffering a lot of rejections. And these rejections don't even have to necessarily be stemmed and completely surrounding love. They could also be like feelings of rejection that we receive from our parents or when we're growing up. It sort of shapes us. We have the Knight of Cups. But I almost feel like you'd never know that this person was hurt. I think they're really good at being kind of playing that role of like a really good person, and not that they're not a good person, but just playing the role of like a knight in shining armor, you know, someone who's open and ready for love, even though this conflict is definitely riding underneath underneath the surface of things. And I keep hearing wild goose chase, like they've, you know, again, it's like they wonder if it's like a wild goose chase sometimes, and that's just their conflict or their ego talking when they're moving through opportunity. When there's, you know, a lot of opportunity, sometimes they'll be afraid of it. They'll fall back into this negative mindset. 4 of Pentacles. The Lovers coming out as well. I feel like they're trying, like there's so much physical attraction. All of these little rabbits, it's brewing. It's growing. You know, baby rabbits grow very quickly as well. So like there's so much mounting attraction and things are growing. But all of these thorns here, there's the separation, all of these thorns. And so it's like they get insecure very easily. If you don't reach out to them, if you don't text them, for instance, they might feel really rejected, even though maybe you're super busy, but they would internalize that and be like, see, I told you so, like I have to protect myself, even though maybe, again, you're at work or you just can't text back in that moment. So there's a lot of insecurity that brews under the surface of things here. And it's like their feelings of attraction for you are competing with their version of logic, because their version of logic is used to keeping themselves protected or safe. But honestly, the attraction that they feel could just be the answer here, because they can't help but feel lusty towards you. And that's going to kind of naturally open up more opportunity, naturally open up their heart a little bit, if I'm honest. Back of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the King of Swords. You know what I feel like? They're showing me the owl flying in completely silently. Like the night, like the dead, just silently flying in out of the blue and being really surprised by the feelings that I'm having here in this connection. This is the best thing that could ever happen to this person in this moment, if I'm honest. You're the best thing in this moment that could happen to them if they let themselves. We have the Justice, Libra energy coming through. A lot of Gemini, Leo energy, Capricorn, the Tower, the Page of Cups. Oh my goodness, Pile 2. I feel like this has crept up on this person, this emotion, despite the devil. It's like you have them on their knees. This has crept up. They're almost kind of showing me someone in prayer. So I don't know if there's somebody out there is really religious, or it feels like this person's afraid to be hopeful, and yet they can't help but be a little bit hopeful. We have the Judgment. I just heard red sky at night, a sailor's delight. And there's something about the sun setting with this Tower energy and having epiphanies about you that have already sort of popped in and crept in, even if they haven't shared those truths with you in this moment. This Devil energy could really be referencing a sudden turn where they're feeling really insecure because of the truth of how they're feeling. Because some emotion has popped up and it's making them feel very, very vulnerable. This person, is not just about lust with this person. It's not just about the physical attraction, although we cannot deny it. It's about a love that's popped in for them. And now they're stuck underneath these thorns. It's like the love that they feel is the thorn. Unfortunately, the love that they're feeling that's popping up suddenly for them is the thorn in their side, because it goes against their logic. And they are emphasizing their youth and sort of maybe issues with commitment that were stemmed around their youth. So they could have come from like a divorced household or a broken home in that sense. And that has really sullied or given them a certain experience about trust and about love and a vulnerability. Because it seems to be coming in from childhood or from a time when they were young and ill-equipped. They are not that version of themselves today, but there's still that energy from the past pops in when they get close to change and get close to permanent change, because they're afraid of that. They're afraid to be hopeful. I feel like they're falling. I feel like they've already felt that emotional love for you, Pal 2. And it's really brought them to their knees. And now it's almost like, again, I feel someone praying about the situation. It's like, what do I do now? I feel it. What do I do now? I'm trying to rise above it. I'm trying to see objectively the situation with the Lovers and with the Fool. But it's like, even then, when they see things objectively, the connection with you helps them to see things from a slightly different angle, and still leaves them with a little bit of hope. So the opportunity with you is making them feel so vulnerable, because they have love that's popped in for you suddenly. They didn't expect this to happen. Knight of Wands, despite how fiery it is, there's an overthinking of the Nine of Swords. They have been stuck in a ruminating cycle that has left them afraid of the unknown and afraid of falling in love. And this connection is helping to bring them back into balance. There's the Three of Swords, a lot of heartbreak from the pain that makes them want to resist and makes them want to hold back, but they're getting tired. It feels like they're tired. And this is exactly the opportunity that they have been waiting for, Pile 2. So this may have started very, very lusty, but the truth is that I do feel like this person has had sudden feelings of love, intense feelings of love that have popped up and made them feel really insecure. I don't feel like they've shared these feelings with you yet, but they're thinking about it. A lot of fear coming in, though. A lot of fear. It swings me right back here to the Five of Swords, the Justice. Them surrendering to this love will empower them. They just don't know it yet. And it's something from their youth that makes them afraid of it. It's like, what if I allow myself to fall? What if I acknowledge that I've fallen? Then what? What if I get hurt? We have here muddled, unclear thinking with the forest. Can't see the forest through the trees in this moment. It says here, someone going out of your life in the end of a situation. They are afraid of loss. They're afraid to be in love here, even though truthfully a wish has been granted, that you are something very, very special to them. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. It's like seeing what's sitting right in front of them and choosing to continue to be vulnerable, continue to pursue the connection itself. I feel like what their indecision is their fear of getting disappointed when it comes to this connection and comes to the outcome. Yeah, we have discord among friends or family, the mice, and being fearful of things breaking down in the connection. Now, this could also take an entirely different spin on the reading itself, because I am reading for the collective. Sometimes this Tower energy is speaking about the fear of breakdowns in already current relationships. So take that as it resonates. That is not the overarching theme of this connection. Back of the deck, we do have July. And I get a sense of like somebody in the past, whether it be them in an old connection or their parents in an old connection, where it's like one person tried so hard and they were never prioritized. And it's like, I'm so afraid of falling into that type of trap in this type of connection. How do they feel? How do they currently feel? Is it lust or love in this connection, please? We have luck is on your side. You are good enough, and that could be what they're afraid of. I'm not enough in this connection. I'm afraid that things are going to end. I'm afraid that if I give in, I'm going to lose. They can't help but be nervous, but I also feel like, again, this is what they've been waiting for, and they've had love that has popped up in their mindset when it comes to you and this connection. They're afraid of the love that they feel. Back of the deck says a fiery climax approaches. We do still have the Knight of Wands and the Devil energy, and the lusty energy is going to be present. I feel like it's a gateway drug to the emotion that they are already feeling here. Your commitment is being tested. And the thing is that the commitment in this case that's being tested is their commitment to the rumination, the commitment to the fear and the anxiety and the overthinking. That it has nothing to do with your connection. It has everything to do with their past and what they've observed there. How do they currently feel, please, about pile number 2? I'm situating this karmic situation, but I just saw I'm planning to surprise you as well. Lust or love here. When we first met, I just always had this feeling about you. I've thought about surprising you with a date. And I do think about the future, and when I do, I think about you in it. And the truth is that I don't see the end coming in this connection. I see permanent change available to us here if we continue to be vulnerable. And sometimes it takes a lot of vulnerability just to be lusty. I've thought about living together. I've been feeling your presence all around me. Don't focus on who wants me, I want you. I just heard inclusive, so they may want to be inclusive with you. I've been doing spell work on you. Back of the deck says, just know I'm obsessed with you. It feels like something is missing without you around. So even if they haven't said it yet, I do feel like pile 2. I feel like your person has already experienced love, the emotion of love. I think it's come unexpectedly, and right in this moment, they don't know what to do about it. They don't know what to do. So they're just perhaps going to continue to pursue. And there's an opportunity for us to overcome this old cycle that this person has found themselves trapped in. In the bowl today for pile number 2, please. Page of Cups coming in. Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Swords reversed. This is very similar in the bowl actually to pile number 1. There could be a message waiting for you there. There's a lot of stress associated with this emotion that's already present. You can see the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups sort of in limbo. So this is where they're sitting in this present moment. it's actually a really good thing, but it's making them feel really insecure because it's pushing them outside of an old comfort zone. But with the Five of Swords in the reverse position, it's like things are coming to light. Things have already come to light in this connection about their emotion. And I feel like they're going to share that information with you. They're just figuring out how and when and if they should do it in this moment. Spirit says that this year might be your year, though, that they do surprise you with that information. And I feel like it's going to be within the next 3 months, potentially. We have P and W and T. We have a Scorpio energy coming through here. And we have the chain of attachment. I do think of the Devil, Capricorn energy, insecurity. We have made with love, children. There was an emphasis on youth in this connection. So either they were hurt in their youth. Again, a sense of like divorce or something coming through as well. We have feel. And we also have here the Aquarius energy, the starfish, and the starfish can lose a limb and regrow that limb over time. And it's the gray starfish. I do think of hermit energy in Virgo, but also about somebody who's kind of in a state of gray, past the state of mourning, where they are still trying to take baby steps towards growth, abundance, change. I think they're still healing, and that's why they're sort of anxious about the love that they're starting to feel for you, Pal 2. All right, Pal 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Drop your comments below for your chance to win a free tarot reading with me, and be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to as well. And I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the dark burgundy flower, and you're also drawn to the sun, and this is your reading. Is it lust or is it love? How does the person on your mind currently feel about you in this connection? Now you can see here in the sun that someone's riding a chicken. So there's a sense of clarity with the sun, of course, and optimism. There's a lot of abundance with the sun. It's a beautiful card to receive and to be drawn to as well. But we can't deny that someone's afraid. Maybe you're afraid of how they truly feel. Maybe they're afraid to tell you how they truly feel. So let's take a look here. I'm going to use the Jane Austen Tarot for you to begin. How does the person on pile 3's mind truly feel about them? Is it more lusty? Do they feel more love in this situation? We have the 3 of Wands, making beautiful music, perhaps in the lusty department. And it could have sort of moved fast into that realm, like there's a sense of like, you know, expansion. And they're playing the fiddle as opposed to the violin. They're playing the fiddle. It's a very kind of a fast-paced energy. We have the Queen of Wands with the Empress coming forward. We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles with the Star. It feels like you're waiting for them to, kind of clarify how they feel. You're waiting for them to move it into something more emotional. And why shouldn't they, is what I should say, because you're the Empress energy. There's a really strong internet energy here, so you could be talking online with this person. There could be like sort of a online lusty quality to your connection, but you may not have moved into the physical act yet. I'm getting a sense of like online banter, but maybe we have waited to actually fulfill that act. And I've just heard the phrase, why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? And that could resonate for someone specifically. Like there's something specific about that message. And they're showing him on like a milking stool. So like there's the frustration of like you wanting to make them wait because you don't want them to just want you for the physical reasons. We have the King of Swords, the Emperor energy coming through here. Back of deck is the Ace of Swords, and we do have the 4 of Pentacles. We're going to clarify as we go forward. A lot of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aries energy. Lots of air elements for the divine masculine. 7 of Wands, 3 of Swords. I feel like it's the divine masculine energy that's very afraid here in this connection. We have the King of Cups, and they're showing me like Napoleon, actually. So that could maybe resonate with someone with like looks or something, or it's like they're highlighting how it's like charging into battle. And feeling kind of insecure. 7 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. The 6 of Cups. They're also showing me the 8 of Swords here, and the Knight of Wands is on the back of the deck. We have the Judgment energy coming through as well. Now, the truth is, I feel like, first of all, I feel like this person is very physically attracted to you, which is not a bad thing, but it feels like an initiation energy. And it does feel like this person is being a little bit complacent when it comes to giving you the attention that you want or the attention that you need. You could find that sometimes, again, if you're talking to them online, sometimes you might feel a little bit overlooked or ignored, and then when you kick up the heat a little bit, that's when they give you more attention. Now, they're trying to highlight that this person, if they are resistant a little bit, it's not because of you, because you are obviously abundant in all ways. Even though this person's presenting themselves as a very strong air element, they're also presenting themselves as the King of Cups. So there's a lot of emotion that hides behind that stoicism. And they're sort of afraid of that. So I feel like they're the ones riding the chicken here. It's like they're the ones who are afraid to see the light. And that's why everything feels like it's kind of in a state of limbo in this moment. And it feels like it's maybe taking a long time. Again, online energy really, really present here, taking a long time of back and forth communication, back and forth banter. And they're not 100% being honest with themselves sometimes when it comes to this opportunity, and they're not 100% being honest with you either, because it's like they're denying it. They're denying the momentum. They're denying the attraction. They can't deny the physical attraction because the Knight of Wands is here, and this is like a golden opportunity with the Ace of Swords. But the Ace of Swords always comes after the 10 of Swords. We always start a new journey after we've closed out that cycle, and the 10 of Swords can be very overwhelming and negative and destructive, and it can really fill us with hopelessness, which kind of mirrors the 4 of Cups sometimes for us on a more minute scale. And so they got to the Ace of Swords somehow. Perhaps their love cycles in the past were very limiting or very, made them feel powerless. So they're initiating this cycle with lust. And so in the present moment, it's very lusty. The Knight of Wands wants to keep experiencing it in that sense, and they don't want to necessarily worry about the consequences of tomorrow or about commitment cycles in this moment. But they're also highlighting this Judgment energy in the 4 of Pentacles. And they're highlighting how vulnerable they feel here in this in-between, because the Judgment is always a call for us to judge ourselves, not to judge other people. It's about what's inside of us that's making us feel so insecure, and what can we do to change that. And the truth is, the only way for them to change it is to give more equally, to see what's sitting right in front of them, to not sort of be on the fence about the opportunity. And as we move into the future, we have this 6 of Cups. It's supporting the Emperor and the King of Swords. And this 6 of Cups can be very powerful, a very powerful tool, because it shows that emotion is creeping in the future of this connection. That they're starting to want to put you on the pedestal. They're starting to care more. In the present, we're at the 6 of Pentacles, so we're not quite there yet. We're communicating, we're getting to know each other, we're initiating, we're maybe in this lusty phase. But as we move into the future, there is more potential for them to see you, to see the potential, to see what you have to offer in this connection. Now, the issue is that this person is still struggling, and ultimately there could be a delay, lusty delay, I should say though, which can still be a lot of fun, towards the emotion creeping in for you. But in the present energy, your guides are saying that there is a lot of lust that this person is purposefully focusing on, because they are perhaps quite not ready. They're not ready for commitment cycles in this moment. Not that they aren't commitment cycle material. I do feel like, again, we don't want to throw anyone under the bus. This is a good person. They're just taking their sweet time is what I feel like. They're taking their sweet time and they're enjoying it in the process. So very lusty for you, pile 3, in this moment, but they can't help but see your good heart in the future. And that's coming in the future. You may be afraid to, you may again feel afraid to continue to be lusty with them, or to continue to have, physical banter with them, if you feel like they keep holding back. But of course, your guides give you this information so that you can make the best possible decision for your highest good with all of the information available to you. How do they currently feel in this moment? Is it lust or is it love? We have here Diamond. You'll be receiving a precious gift or giving a precious gift. And they brought that energy in earlier when they showed me the diamonds on this tiara. They say that diamonds are forged under pressure. So they really wanted that question out. Or I'm sorry, they really wanted that statement out, that it's forged under pressure. So there's still that can be evolving from this situation. And now they're showing me the harp. Maybe, I don't know if that's supposed to be a harpsichord. I'm not sure what that instrument is, but they're showing me the harp, and that's my symbol for the left breast pocket, or the heart space. That's where he finds the key. He could find the key to love here. The key to love could be this Ace of Swords, initiating this new cycle, new emotional starts, new perspectives that are available to us if we are just giving ourselves the permission to see it. And again, there's a lot of fear here. They're not admitting to it, but that's where the chicken energy comes in. We have V for victory and good news on the way. We have Turkey in this moment. It says someone is behaving stupidly. And they are highlighting the divine masculine in this case. Now, of course, we say divine feminine, divine masculine for ease of execution. It has nothing to do with gender. It's all about energy. So please take the messages as they resonate. But in this moment, their passivity, their fear, Spirit says it's silly. They have nothing to fear because look what you have to offer them. You're the Empress. You're the Queen of Wands. You could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We have here depression, anxiety, and worrying that someone is against you. The rat, someone working against you behind your back. And the rat's a symbol of the ego. And that's exactly what's happening for this person, is it's the ego working behind their back. And it's not even based on logic. It's based on subjective fears here. We do have climbing towards success, the ladder. I sometimes think of work realm and something important such as a new job or raise. And obstacles to overcome. So the hills. But when I see the hills, I think of temperance. I think about the sun that keeps waiting for us. The sun here as your back of deck energy. The sun as your pull today, because they're talking about clarity. They're talking about seeing the full spectrum. And there are obstacles to overcome because currently it may be very lusty. But Spirit says that there's a lot of potential for the future of this connection. How do they currently feel, please, about pile number 3? We have here emotions are running high. Communication is key. And I just saw a fiery climax approaches as well. You are good enough. And that's why Spirit doesn't want you to walk away feeling disempowered by this reading, because you are the inspiration that has the power to change a heart. So you're amazing. How powerful are you? Back of deck says adjustments are required to get to where we want in this connection at this time. Let's get some message cards to see what sort of thoughts and feelings this person has currently had towards pile number 3, please. Is it lust or love for pile number 3? We have wrongful advice, and I did see actually earlier the advice from a wise person card coming out, which is interesting. And they are the ones taking the wrongful advice because they're not being honest with themselves. And that's why the judgment is here, because that's what they're called to do, to get some good advice from their highest self. You have so many choices and options. knowing in their heart that you wouldn't be, that you have, you know, the potential to have many admirers. And again, there's a feeling about like almost like online shopping when it comes to love here. We have the Six of Cups. I'm absolutely in love with you. Six of Cups coming in the future position. And we do have the Emperor and Empress here. There could still be so much potential in the future of this connection, pile 3. I worry about us a lot. And then it's like I'm on the fence. I think so, yes, but I'm really enjoying this aspect with you now. So a worry wart. Seven of Swords. Listen to your heart. In your left breast pocket, you'll find the key, the harpsichord. We have please give me time. I've never felt this way before. Maybe showing itself on the back of the deck now. So they need time, I feel like, with that Knight of Pentacles, and even especially because he's in, not only is the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight, but he's also in a state of limbo. So he's like laying down. How often do we see a horse laying down? We have here, think before you act. Back of deck says, I do feel the same way. I am coming, just trust. And that, I feel like, is what this connection is calling for, is faith and trust, and perhaps even further physical exploration, or, you know, maybe spicy communication, whatever is the momentum that's carrying you towards more emotional connection in the future. But of course, you get to observe that as well and choose how far you want to participate in this connection up to that point. So for you, pile 3, I feel like it is very lusty in the present moment, but there's lots of potential for the next chapter. Advice in the bowl, please. The Tower reverse. Somebody's just trying to avoid change and avoid upheaval and avert disaster. It's like they're afraid. They're afraid of the truth of the connection. They're afraid to fall in love in this moment. There's the Knight of Pentacles now in the reverse position. And this is very stubborn energy. Again, someone who's not behaving very, they think they're being logical, but they're actually behaving kind of stupidly in this moment too. Here's the Two of Cups. You could also be hesitating to actually enter into a relationship with them. Maybe it hasn't even turned into a relationship yet. Maybe it is purely physical or purely online at this moment. And you can even notice that the Divine Masculine in this case is cloaked in yellow. So I always get a sense of like a lot of hesitation or fear that comes in. But trying to avert permanent change. We have the Buddha sitting straight up as well. I always get a sense of the Buddha in preparation in this moment. So preparing for the change that we want to see. We do have the Sacred Heart, or I'm sorry, yeah, it's the Sacred Heart of Jesus in the bowl. The thorns amidst the roses. We have I will, with the turtles on his back. So again, turtle reverse, kind of being stubborn. We have Star, Aquarius, also a sense of like longing, wishing. We have commitment cycles for the Divine Masculine, and we also have the Rocking Horse. I think of children, decisions we make for children or when we were children. We also have a commandment from the Bible that says, thou shalt not make graven images, and we have X. Could be crossroads energy. Pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me, and be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you via the comment section if you are chosen the winner. I also have a Etsy shop with personal readings available as well, and that link is below. And I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.